If God is love, he who has love has God within himself. Saint Maximus the Confessor. Fitting that I do Saint Maximus the Confessor right after I do some more stuff on Saint Gregory Palamas, because that's where, when it comes from Saint Maximus the Confessor, is where Saint Gregory Palamas got his theology from. Major influence on him. But if God is love, he who has love has God within himself. After I went on that little rant. Anyway, this is a very succinct and straightforward kind of thing, or kind of quote. That's one of those things where if you know that God is love, which is repeated in both the West and the East, finally we have something in common. There is love there, but that is the love of God. And the love of God comes through us because we love each other. Because we see the value in loving each other. Because we see the value in loving others and ourselves. So having God within yourself, you're going through a process of knowing God. Like I've said, gnosis, catechesis to theosis. But the thing of it is that there is that God, that presence of God within us. Now, it's obviously can get very misconstrued of saying we all are gods ourselves because of God. That can get heretical and get out of hand pretty quickly, which is not something you want to do with a quote like this, because it can get to that point where it gets all kinds of funky. So you gotta pull on the reins a little bit here and draw it back. So if you have love and you know love, you'll know God. I mean, that's basically what it boils down to. So therefore, once again, this is showing communion, and this is showing an ever-present relationship and an everlasting life in communion with God.